This is Trisss, bringing you an Abathur game here in Heroes of the Storm. And today I have a treat for you. Our composition consists of 3 warriors, and we are up against a much more assassin-heavy team. So basically, we have the sustain and they have the damage. Let's see how this is gonna go. I am gonna go with the mines build on this map, based on our enemy's team being very susceptible to damage. And what's better than some mine damage? We're gonna go in here, put some mines down there in the bushes, because most of the time players will start out hiding in the bushes to see how things are going. I'm gonna creep up here a little bit so our locusts won't have as far to walk. As you could see there, the mine already triggered, and our Rhaegar player is in trouble. He is, I think, a bit late of getting out of there. Are we gonna get... Nope, we were not in time to symbiote our locust there because the cooldown was still going on, and we were not able to stab him in the back. So close, but yet so far. Our team is wondering if we're doing anything as an Abathur, and I'm just gonna say that I was on top of that, but really couldn't do too much about it. In the meantime, we will be soaking the mid lane with our locusts, and if the minion wave comes close enough with our body, but the Rhaegar player is up again. Cooldowns in the beginning of the game are pretty short when it comes to death timers, and it would appear that our Rhaegar player is not rotating top, as I would have expected him to do there. He's just gonna rotate back to the mid lane, and he's gonna go for that Jimmy Raynor, who is falling pretty low. We are able to trigger his adrenaline rush, but we will not be able to do much more about his pretty low health at this point. Unless he, of course, walks right into those mines. You can always hope, right? The game switched to the night phase right now. We are a little bit behind on experience level, which might be due to the fact that we lost a player earlier on. And we're gonna try to make a bit more soaking happen for our team here by soaking in the bot lane. Hopefully we're close enough, and symbioting in the middle lane. And right here, our Rhaegar player falls once again. He's caught out in between the enemy team. Since our opponents have grouped up on the top part of the map, we should go and get all the Night Tramplers and the Night Terrors on the bottom part of the map, so we don't fall behind in the seed count. I'm gonna move in a little bit closer here, but as I'm moving on the minimap, I saw that Nubarak is pretty close. He does have less vision, as all players do during the night phase, so we might be... it's a little advantage we have at this point, that we won't be spotted as easily. Our top push is gonna fall against this Li Ming player. Zeratul seems to be able to get out of there. We're gonna head our Chan player here. Anubarak on his own won't be doing much against our team, but if all of our opponents would be rotating in, we might have a hard time. However, Li Ming is still in the top lane and Nubarak is far in the bottom lane, so it was like a half-hearted effort of stopping us from getting the seeds there. I'm gonna symbiote the mid lane again, so we can get some more experience. And we are down 1 level at the moment, so we really need to soak a bit more right now. In the meantime, the teams are going about in the bottom half of the map. Not a lot is happening. Our team is retreating, being followed by 2 of our team members. In the meantime, Li Ming, however, is in the top lane still, and she has a really nice push going here against us. And as long as no one stops her, she will continue doing that. Let's see. Our opponents have been taking the siege giants, in case they might be rotating down. As you can see, they actually are at the moment. I'm gonna put some mines down there. Shen is gonna go for this Li Ming. She's teleporting out. He has no chance of catching her there. And at the moment, we are a little bit behind when it comes to experience. But as you can see, the seed count is 90 for 90, so we're dead even there. We do have to defend this siege push here in the mid lane, and our team is instead going for an attack on the bot lane. So Rhaegar is indeed pointing out that our team has not been doing nothing against these siege giants. They are coming in now, trying to stop this, and we lose our Rhaegar player once again. So that's our only support gone. Luckily though, our remaining heroes are all warriors, so they can, well, they have a lot of sustain. I am putting some... Rhaegar is dying all the time, but pointing out the flaws in other players. That's always nice, right? So, we're gonna tunnel down here again, because there's no one belonging to our team in the bot lane. And at the moment, let's see. The top lane is not being contested, so we're gonna symbiote soak in the top lane a little bit. We do have 5 mines at the moment, so we better get rid of those. I chose here to cluster all the mines together, because I am assuming that one of our opponents will be rotating to the bottom lane to counteract our presence there with the locusts in the end. And because our enemies also still haven't reached level 10, so they have a need to soak as well. We could have instead put mines all around. For instance, we could have been checking out the siege camps, but I think this is not a bad choice at this point to put the mines down there. But let's see if anyone actually runs into them. Right there we have our enemies are coming together in the bottom lane, defending against the push happening from our knights, which we took earlier. So that's also one of the reasons, of course, why our enemies would be rotating down to the bottom lane. And let's see, we have vision on the Zeratul, who is, however, able to get out of there easily. Our Rhaegar player is in trouble. We try to help him with our shield, but any ability right now which would hurt him would kill him, so he has to watch out for the owl even. But it seems like he's fine, and Tyrande is not sending an owl his way, so he should be able to just heal up real nicely back in the... Oh, and look at that. Tyrande, with hardly any life left, is rotating through our minefield, but, however, Jimmy Raynor was there first, and so... Oh, look at that. Yes, as pointed out by our allies, Zeratul is trying to come for us, and since he's cloaked, he can easily get quite close to us. It's I'm ensuring my team here that we've got this in case he wants to come closer. We are positioned very nicely here between the towers. I'm just gonna put some mines there in case he does want to come and gank me. He will be treading into one of the mines, get visible, and all of the towers will just start shooting at him, which will hopefully save our lives and end in his death. Oh, our team, however, is not doing very well at the moment. This is, of course, due to the fact that our opponents have their heroics up right now. And sadly for us, it is the night phase, so our opponents have free access to all the night shamblers and the night terrors on the map. We do have a garden terror of our own here, and let's see if he's going to be contested. He's going to the top lane where we happen to be, which is not really good. It will draw attention from our opponents, and we will not be able to body soak anything here because our ally is in the same lane as us. So we better retreat here. And as you can see, we took the level 7 mule talent to heal our buildings. I was thinking that this was at this point a better talent to pick. Our opponents are pretty squishy, so we actually have a chance of outright killing them when they run into a minefield. On top of that, we were pretty far behind, and this skill gives us a chance to catch up again. Our garden terror is still walking the lanes, harassing here and there. The timer is still at 20 seconds, but the HP pool left is hardly any. Our Rhaegar player, luckily, will be able to get out using his wolf form. We're just gonna go back there, and I don't really see a need to tunnel right now. I don't think we will be ganked walking down there. So let's see, we're gonna go down there, have our locusts push against the Nubarak here, and there are 2 garden terrors left. We're gonna check out what's happening over there with the mine. I'm making sure that we won't be killed so easily by the Zeratul player. And let's see. We're gonna go for the copycat on our Artanis player, and hopefully we will be able to stun someone into oblivion here. And let's see how this fight is going. We have a massive amount of slow right now with our double Artanis composition, and we were able to wipe 3 players from the map, so that's a very nice turnaround for us here. I'm just gonna attack the tower, nothing else we can do at that point with our clone. So just trying to make the most use of what we have, right? I'm gonna put some more mines down here. The terror is still up, and at this point it might be a good moment for us to leave here, because we will be assisting our team, and I do not want to be killed in the meantime by Zeratul. So let's see how this goes. Our opponents are all back on the map right now, and they are still very much spread out, so we are able to kill the Anubarak player who was caught in our team. And now the big objective on this map is of course this Lost Garden Terror here. We have quite some mines around here. Our Rhaegar player is caught pretty much far out again, and sadly for us he falls. Okay, we are gonna go in as Artanis again, gonna lock down these two squishies and make sure that we are able to get the Garden Terror, or at least I would hope that our warriors have enough wave clear and creep clear. It seems however that we have quite a hard time with our lacking damage at this point to take him down quickly. We're just gonna spread out some mines down here, which hopefully will give our team the edge here with a little bit of vision, a little bit of damage. And sadly, its heroes are falling left and right. At this point, we're gonna reposition a little bit here again, just to stay safe. We have our mule, we're checking the buildings. This one is a little bit damaged and can use some more ammunition, so we're gonna put the mule down there. And it seems that we are doing very well in our team fighting capabilities right now, but we still have hardly any damage against this Garden Terror, which is still being attacked by us. Zeratul has a very nice burst attack type of gameplay, but with our heroes being this tanky, he has the trouble of, well, bursting anyone down really, except for the Rhaegar player. And us, of course, if we are caught out, but we will try to just hang around between the towers, between the infrastructure, and stay safe. Our opponents have been taking a mercenary camp, the siege giants to be precise, but since we are attacking in that same lane, I don't think that will be any problem to us. We're gonna put some mines down there, giving us a little bit of vision on the map, and hopefully telling us if anyone is rotating up or down. Our team has a very nice push going in the mid lane and the bottom lane at this point. We're gonna help out in the bottom lane. The Terror in the mid lane should be able to harass our opponents enough on his own, and hopefully we get a freeze. Yes, she's frozen, slowed, and I would think that she has no chance of getting out there, which is very nice. I think this is good use of our heroic, making sure that we kill our opponents and that our team will be up at least one player in any upcoming fight for the foreseeable future. Our Terror has met quite some resistance by now in the mid lane, which is not too bad for us because it gives us, of course, more chances in the bottom lane to push in. And our opponents have the dilemma of either defending in the mid against the Terror or against the rest of the team in the bottom lane. And even though our heroic will be up, I don't think we should push any further down in the bottom lane. We are pretty much damaged there. Assuming that our Garden Terror will be fleeing in roughly 30 seconds, because the timer will run out then, we're gonna put some mines down here to help him escape, if it should come to that. We do have a choice, of course, if whether we're gonna switch from the mines build into the Locust build, or if we're gonna switch from the mines build into the symbiote build. And I think we need to help our team out here with a bit of more of damage, and that's why I went for the symbiote switch at level 13. And we're gonna go in here again. Let's see if we can catch anyone with our... Nope, we missed our icy skill shot there, and instead of freezing the Anubarak, we froze some of his beetles, which is actually one of the very nice perks of playing Anubarak. You have these little beetles which can stop any skill shot from Stitch's hook to our stabbing ability as Abathur. Let's see how things are going right now. I think our team should be going out here unless our heroics are up. And oh, our Tannis player falls. We've put some mines down there in the hopes of helping our team to retreat. Our team is, however, even though we lost our player, going for it again. And I think we should get out of there right now. We are down a player. We are far from being ready for another team fight. Li Ming's ultimate, however, catches a large portion of our mines. Luckily for us, not all of them. They still managed to heavily damage one of our opponents, and we are still being pushed back. Oh, our spike burst revealed a Zeratul player there, and as you can see, our team is gonna hunt him down relentlessly. He's very squishy, especially compared to our composition here. We are actually copying our most squishy frontline hero, Rhaegar, at the moment, and let's see if we can make anything happen here. We're having double chain heal here, which not only looks cool, but it also works very well. So we're just gonna run after this Li Ming, who is able to escape. Our mule in the meantime has been able to keep up a lot of our defenses. As you can see, our opponents have lost 2 forts and we have everything still standing, basically. So yeah, I think it was a good call there on choosing mule this game. We are gonna go into the night phase again, and we are behind a little bit with the seed count. Our opponents might be able to harvest a night terror here, but we should be able to withstand that pretty nicely, I think. As you can see, Li Ming is still defending the top fort, so she will not be helping out anything. We're gonna help out our allies here, because like you saw in one of the previous night phases, we have a hard time taking out one of these creeps on the map. I'm gonna tunnel over here, trying to soak a little bit and push back our opponent's push. We're gonna put some mines down here, and as we can see, our opponents are going for the night terror. Our tennis is going in there, getting a sneak peek, maybe even picking up some of the seeds in the meantime. And let's see if we can make anything happen in this team fight. Chen is going for the barrel roll. He is going for this Rainer, who is pushed against the wall. He ultimates, but I would hope that our Chen will be able to take Rainer down there. And no, he is... oh, he went down pretty fast, and Rainer is still at full health. So something really went wrong there for us. And we lose 3 players in the process. We have mercenaries pushing in the mid lane, and we better get our game together right now, because this is not good. Our night terror is ready, and theirs is as well. I am gonna ask one of our teammates to take it, because I am afraid if we take it and the timer ends or the terror dies, we will be left out in the open and might die to the damage of our opponent's team. I also think that we are doing pretty good work here as Abathur on the map, helping out everywhere and adding more damage thanks to our symbiote. On top of that, of course, we already have 3 warriors on the team, so being down 1 warrior would be less of a loss, I think, than being down 1 Abathur player. And I think our team agrees with that. So let's see how this fight will go. We lost our top fort here, and the terrors are gathering around our mid fort, and we're gonna help out as good as we can. We're symbioting at this point Chen, who is hunting down the terror. Everyone seems to be rotating to the bottom lane right now, and we're just gonna put down some more mines, assuming that someone will walk through them. We're gonna put down a mule, trying to save... oh, and did you guys spot that? We have an enemy Zeratul here, and I will not be able to take him down. We can see his shimmer there. Hopefully he will be running through one of the mines trying to get out, but we really would need one of our allies to come in, and Rhaegar is paying attention to our pings. He comes in and he takes down... very nice. Yeah. That was an easy kill for us. I'm gonna get a little bit closer here, so our locust won't have to walk too far, but because of the big flower pot here, I'm just gonna symbiote one of our towers and take it down. If left unattended, they deal tremendous damage to any infrastructure and allied mercenaries in the process. Our Rhaegar player is hunting down this Li Ming. We're gonna help him out here, and he should not be going any further, unless our team, of course, jumps in. And things are looking good for us. We do get the double symbiote, so we're gonna cancel the symbiote here, put down a mule, which was already ready for next healing session for our buildings. And let's see, who are we going to symbiote? We're going to symbiote our tennis player for a moment there to ensure the kill. We have a strong attack going. We are able to take down the first keep of our enemies. So we feel pretty unstoppable at this point, I think, because we have taken down 3 players and we're taking down the 4th player as the first player comes back to life. We moved a little bit closer here to the enemy core in order to be able to put down our stacks of mines, and I don't see any need for us to hang around here, so we're just gonna Hearthstone out. But since we are going for the enemy core here, I think it's more opportune for us to just symbiote 2 of our allies and make the damage happen. The core is being damaged with all our might of our warriors. Not the fastest takedown. We're just gonna go in here and slap the core a little bit for extra damage. I'm gonna ultimate evolution here on one of our allies so we don't die in the process. And this is a good game for us. It also shows that you don't have to lose with the weird team composition, in this case consisting of 3 warriors, a specialist and a support. And let's see what the score sheet tells us. Thinking out loud here, I think that we did not deal as much damage as we usually do, because we don't have a very good copycat target for our ultimate evolution, that is. We don't have any assassins, so the damage should be on the lower end of the scale here. But let's see. We did top damage in our team, and we did more damage than most players in this game. But it's usually more thanks to the fact that we can copy an actual assassin who deals damage. So, but yeah, good game, well played, and I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did, and I'm looking forward to playing more games with these kinds of team composition. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.